All right, Coach, excellent start for your team there, but it seemed kind of like after the first Toronto goal, things maybe turned a little bit. What did you think?
Yeah, I thought, we certainly got the start we wanted. Came out and played physical and really dominated probably the first 15 minutes, 12 to 15 minutes of that period. And it was unfortunate we couldn't get one in the back of the net. We had plenty of chances and really executed a lot of what we talked about, yesterday in video and this morning. But, their power play goal kind of turned the tide. And unfortunately, the second period really was the undoing of the game. We started playing a little reckless and got away from things we needed to do as a team to be successful, not only against the Marlies, but in terms of how we have to play to win hockey games. And unfortunately, that goal late really kind of was the turning point of where the game was, pretty much over.
Sogard kind of at the point now where you're comfortable saying he's back after coming back from those injuries?
Yeah, I thought he was excellent. Even that first period, he had a couple opportunities, and then that second period as well. When we started getting, some reckless play, whether it was our F3 not reloading or our D pinching when we shouldn't, and, Gaudette probably had 3 breakaways himself in just terms of just unaware of what was going on out there. And I think the shorty was certainly the backbreaker, and quite frankly, the power play, the first power play that was out there just got outworked by Slegard and Johnstone, and that made it 3-1, and then they capitalized on another power play. And we talked about special teams. We always talk about the keys to the game, and the fourth key we talked about was creating momentum on our special teams. And even though it ended up 2 for them and 2 against for us, really that power play goal at the end of the game was a meaningless goal, and the shorty certainly was the backbreaker.
4 games this week. How do you kind of turn the page quickly?
Well, we really have no choice, right? Go into play a Rochester team that's having a lot of success at home, and then it's a battle against Utica on Saturday. So, for us, all we can do is really emphasize how we need to play. And my message to the team after the second period was, quite frankly, it's got to be more of the Wilkes-Barre performance versus not necessarily how we played against Toronto for the full, for parts of the games in Toronto and here, but there's just a certain way, and if we can play well defensively and protect the middle of the ice and win a game 2-1, 3-2, then we're going to be successful. But for us right now, with the personnel that's missing from an offensive perspective, it's going to be very difficult to get to that 4 or 5 goal mark like we were doing earlier in the year. It's just that's just not how we're built right now.
The Ridley-Gregg line controlled possession at times throughout the game. Is that kind of the natural progression you're seeing from that line?
Well, that line I thought was excellent early, and then they faded. Once they got scored on that shorthanded goal, they kind of faded as a line and kind of broke them up in the third period. But right now, when you write the lineup down, they have to be a go-to line, and it's a little bit of a pressure situation with really 2 first-year guys, because at the end of the day, Cruikshank missed all of last year, and so goes the third-year guy. There might be a little bit of pressure on them to not only create offense, but score goals for us. And when they don't, then that certainly hurts our offensive game. And you look at the goals again tonight, Luko Sevic, who's he's got 6 goals now in a PTO, and certainly understandable why he scored 11 in Grand Rapids last year, and Sabre, and you go back to last game, Carroll with his first. So certainly there's guys that not necessarily need to step up offensively, but that's how the lineup is built right now. So you've got to find a way to win 2-1, 3-2, and to me it goes back to defensive play and not being reckless. We want to be an aggressive team, but you just can't be reckless.
Thanks, Coach.
Okay, thanks, guys.